Hey guys, it's Zang, and today I'm gonna be whipping up a really quick dinner for you. We're gonna make pork and vegetables noodle stir fry, and it's gonna come together in less than 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're gonna get started with our sauce. It's just a mixture of everything you might already have in your pantry, and if you don't, then these are definitely the staples for an Asian pantry. I'm gonna start by adding some soy sauce into the bowl. And then I'm gonna add some soy paste. Sometimes it's also called thick soy sauce. Usually this is not an ingredient that you see used often, but I love using this because it adds just like a really smoky flair to your stir fry noodles. Then I'm gonna add some oyster sauce, some mirin sake just to give it a little bit more depth, honey to balance it out, all the saltiness, and then some water to thin it out. And then some fresh cracked pepper because I love it for a stir fry. Now just give it a mix. All the measurements will be in the description box below. Okay, let's give it a taste. Really good. So now for our meat. You can basically use any meat you want. Today I'm gonna be using some pork tenderloin, but some other really good options would be chicken thighs, tofu, ground meat. Totally up to you. I like pork tenderloin because it just goes really well with the vegetables and the gingery soy sauce. Okay, I'm just gonna thinly slice it into small pieces. And for this recipe, I'm not gonna use the whole pork tenderloin. I'm probably only gonna use like 2/3 of it or 1/3 of it. And this looks good, but it's a little big for a noodle stir fry, so I'm actually gonna cut it into smaller pieces, kind of like a julienne. So now with the sauce that we already mixed earlier, I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons into the pork and just let it marinate for like 10 minutes. Now because the pork is already super tender, I'm not gonna add any extra cornstarch to tenderize the meat. Let it sit for 10 minutes and then we're gonna start cooking. All right, so I have my setup here. I'm gonna start by drizzling a little bit of oil into a pot. Once the oil is nice and hot, I'm gonna add my ginger and garlic at the same time and stir fry it until it's fragrant for about a minute. It smells so good. Once it starts to smell like this, where you get a waft of gingery garlic smell in your nose, add the meat. I'm gonna cook it until it's nice and opaque and almost cooked through. Now I'm gonna add my sliced shiitake mushroom, stir fry it for another minute. Now I'm gonna add our bok choy. And then next, our knife cut noodles that I've already cooked off. I just undercooked it by a minute according to the package's direction. Drizzle in our sauce. Mix it all up. Mix it all up and then let it come back to a boil. The noodles will really soak in the sauce that kind of sunk to the bottom, and it's just gonna like color it into this beautiful caramelized brown. All right, let's serve it. This looks really good. Everything is really well balanced. There's enough vegetables, meat, not too much noodles where it's like overpowering everything, but it's just like the perfect balance. Now let's give it a try. Fresh noodles are still really chewy, but because they're like nice and doughy, they just soaked up all the sauce and it's so flavorful. The mushrooms were nice and perfectly cooked. It was sweet, salty, and like the ultimate one-pot meal. So simple to make. I hope you guys give this recipe a try, and if you do, don't forget to tag me on Instagram at Honeysuckle so I can check it out too. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!